Today we are discovering what secrets Survivor Samoa did not tell us in the edited television show. Some of these will be game related, some are strategic, and some are just plain silly. Basically, as long as it isn't part of the show that we saw air on television, it is fair game to be considered a secret. And while most of the secrets here are focused on Survivor Samoa, some of them do apply to Survivor as a whole. And as a heads up, this list contains the secrets I personally found to be the most interesting. Not every single secret in existence about this season is in this video. So with that, let's count all 37 of them in absolutely no particular order. Number 1. Back in the day, CBS did some weird advertising for Survivor, like that time they used a toy dinosaur for Gabon that we saw in the Gabon Secrets video. Yeah. However, for Samoa, they went all out on painting Russell as evil as possible.
I never lived in New Orleans, and I'm not a fireman. I'm really a multi-millionaire, own an oil company in Houston. I plan on weeding out the weak. Each time somebody threatens me, they're going home. Whatever I want happens. I'm the worst one to trust out here. I plan on making it hell for everybody. I got some great plans set ahead. It's gonna be real fun. Booyah.
Number 2. This next secret is about the time frame after season 17 when Jeff was considering quitting Survivor. This interview was recently done within the last year, but he explains how he wanted to quit the show and essentially became an executive producer as a result. This is why the storytelling, I think, takes a drastic turn after Gabon.
There was a period many years ago now, I don't know, maybe more than 10 years ago. I was just tired. I physically and mentally, I was kind of exhausted from the show, and I know that makes no sense. It's not like it's a manual labor job, but I think just I had fatigued maybe and burnt out, and I thought I should leave. And I had some very wise people in my life give me the space to say, okay, if you want to leave, leave. But why don't you think about it for a couple months and just see if you feel better? And I did. And I was really grateful. And I remember that moment as a teaching lesson for if somebody came to me on our crew, I'd say, well, why don't you not quit the show? Why don't you just take a season off? Because we'd love to have you back, and you might just be burnt. I've been burnt.
By the way, thank you for watching Once Upon an Island. Liking and subscribing really helps the channel, and if you want to pick what videos I make and watch every video weeks and even months early, then consider supporting the channel on Patreon. For example, I have a video detailing the entire rivalry of Rob versus Russell that spans Heroes versus Villains and Redemption Island. If that interests you, then check out the link in the description below. Thank you for your support. Number 3, Jeff is determined this season to hype it up as the next step from what we have seen before, even going as far as to dunk on Bob and JT as winners.
I think this season is going to have a lot of big moves. I don't think Bob from Gabon or JT from Tocantins would survive playing the same way. I don't think the all-American nice person who never really has to betray is gonna win.
Because I always have somebody I want to vote out. This time, JT, it's you.
Man.
Why? Because you're prettier than me, you're nicer than me, you probably got more friends than me, and you damn sure got $1 million now. I take a lot of pleasure in saying this, my friend. Tell the cattle to go home. JT, show over. See ya, brother.
Number 4, Ben is not someone I really thought I would have any secrets about for this video, but considering his short-lived run on Samoa, which was pretty explosive and not in a good way, I guess this was bound to happen. The show cast him knowing he would be bad, and what we saw of him on the show, plus what we are about to see of him, just proves this to be true.
The 6'5" tall 28-year-old also says he's never been turned down by a woman.
Hey man, when you got it, you got it. You know? You guys need to just take a lesson and learn how to be assertive and directly come at people, because I think you're all kind of a bunch of sissies. I think the tribe's a bunch of sissies. Everybody except Russell. Ben is a volcano. It's just a matter of if he's gonna erupt or not. I would not trust anything he says. In fact, I believe the opposite.
I think a lot of these people don't like themselves and don't know themselves, and they were like, oh, I learned so much about myself. And I'm like, what, you learned you're a little whiny baby and you can't handle things? Like, to me, like, I never struggled out there. The social thing, I've got enough friends.
Number 5, Russell Hantz is an iconic figure for Survivor that changed a lot of what CBS did to the reality television for years to come. He was even brought up during the series finale of The New Adventures of Old Christine, which was the sitcom on CBS at the time.
You can say what you want about Russell, but never has a player in the history of Survivor found 3 immunity idols without a single clue, okay? And I will even go on record saying that it is never gonna happen again. Now, Amazing Race, on the other hand, that at least...
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I don't even own his TV.
What?
Number 6. There are so many other instances of Russell Hantz becoming a part of pop culture that I'm amazed by, but I don't want this video to just be the secrets of Russell Hantz. However, Russell's popularity did get his brother on Big Brother 14, and here's how that went down.
I ain't never seen a bigger group of in my life. I'm not going out.
You're
like
not gonna go out like what, with class?
No, I'm not gonna go out with class. Bunch of in this bitch.
You're the only I see, bro.
What's that? What'd you say? What you say?
Bring it up. Get apart. Willie, go to the back bedroom.
As you all know, violence is not tolerated in the Big Brother house. So Willie has been removed from the game.
Number 7. In the secret scenes for this season, we actually see Natalie playing the game. Who would have guessed that? Well, in a scene from the first 3 days, we see Natalie connecting with the ladies of Foa and just being friends with them. Obviously not important to show the eventual winner doing this.
So I kind of got a palm frond weaving circle going. Well, Betsy, what do you do?
And I'm a police officer.
Number 8. However, on the flip side, this next secret scene shows Natalie screwing up an encounter with Betsy and shows Natalie's weakness as a player. And once again, this easily could have been put into the show proper.
If I was the one on the chopping block, would you tell me? Or is that too much to ask? Is that putting you in too much of a horrible position?
I would have to think on that. I mean, I don't know. That's the whole thing is I don't like to be put in those situations, period.
I wouldn't rat you out. I wouldn't say, oh. I would just want to know. Natalie wouldn't tell me that my head was on the chopping block, so that right then I knew that I was the next to go.
Number 9. Back in the day, pretty much season 22 and before, the winner receives their $1 million check not during the reunion, but on live TV the next day. So this season, just watch Russell's face as Natalie is being handed the $1 million.
Well, you know, we were going to have a surprise for you. We were going to present you with your $1 million check, but apparently there has been some problems at the bank. And no, I'm kidding, of course. Can we please bring out the celebratory check for $1 million?
Oh, wow.
There you go. It's going to be a wonderful moment for you.
Yeah, it's. I don't think she deserves it. That's my opinion. I think the world doesn't think she deserves it because you know what? She didn't even get in the top 3 for fan favorite.
Number 10, right after receiving her cool $1 million check, Natalie tries to explain the basics of Survivor and, color me shocked, let me know if you've heard this one, Russell doesn't agree with her.
Yeah, Natalie, what is it like sitting next to such a gracious loser?
The person that wins and deserves to win is the person that gets the majority of the jury vote.
Yeah. You know, when you play a football game and you're the quarterback to the football game, I'm throwing all the touchdown passes, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't even on the field.
Yeah.
She was my cheerleader.
Well, guess what?
Guess what? I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank. So.
I was going to say, Russell, I mean, you can complain all you want, but unfortunately, you know, bring her the real check. Let's really get under Russell's skin here. Bring her that's the real check right there for $1 million. All we do is ask that you do pay your taxes on it.
Number 11. In the secret scene from around the middle of the game, Mick needs someone to watch his pants, and he asks Liz to do this. Apparently, she isn't the greatest babysitter.
Mick and I have been tending to the fire all day. It's a 24/7 job. And Mick went on a short walk and he specifically asked me to watch that his pants not catch on fire because he's trying to dry out his jeans.
Look at the pants. Look at the pants on the fire.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna burn his pants.
Oh my God. I can't wait till Mick gets back because it's gonna be the funniest thing ever. Sorry, Mick.
Kind of gave us a good laugh for a minute anyway, sorry.
Hey. Did you notice how they used bad CG to represent the smoke? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Number 12. I know what you're thinking. Survivor Samoa lacked any romances, especially for our fan favorite Shambo. When is Shambo going to get her shot to be the next Robin Amber? Well, as it turns out...
Okay, thanks.
Damn, dude. Don't love me no more.
My ear? I was like, it's day 20, we got the firewood, and then all of a sudden, Shambo gives you a big old nasty, wet, sloppy kiss right out of the ear. I almost lost it. Do you rub warriors like this? Do you do that to warriors?
Yes.
No, I'm a warrior.
Well, you might be a warrior, but I'm still a woman, so sometimes you're gonna get the soft and tender, okay?
I'm like, Sham, stop. You cannot treat me like that. And I was like, I'm a warrior. Get that in your head. Don't kiss me, Grandma. I'll punch you in the face. Losing my mind.
Number 13. A few seasons after Samoa, Jeff is interviewed about the Russell Swan incident that took place and recollects how, no exaggeration, Russell really did almost die that day.
I was in fear one time, not for my safety, but for survivors, and it was actually in Samoa. Last time we were here, we had a guy, Russell, who just about died in front of me, and he went out, and our medical team was right there. We were talking to him. He was suffering from dehydration. He had fallen down, kind of lost his mind, passed out once, passed out again. I was talking to him. We were trying to figure out if he could come back in the game or not, and his eyes went back in the back of his head, and the heart monitor dropped from like 80 beats a minute to 60 beats a minute, like that. And but for about 7 seconds, I thought, oh my God, someone's about to die on this show. And then they brought him back and he was fine. But it was yet another reminder that it's real.
Number 14. Speaking of Russell Swan, he is here on YouTube and once even shouted out this channel when I was very small. So go check out his channel if you get the chance. Number 15. Do you remember Sarah Palin? If not, then a quick refresher, as she was the vice president candidate under John McCain in the 2008 US presidential election, though she quickly became the center of ridicule due to the funny things she would say. Anyways, all that to show this.
Laura sees similarities between herself and a former vice presidential nominee.
I would consider myself a fit version of Sarah Palin in the fact that we both have the same conservative views, as well as both having teenage daughters that got pregnant at a young age.
I like her. I like her qualities. May not agree with her politics, but I like the way she comes across. And I could see Laura winning.
Number 16. Russell came into the season with some lofty ambitions, like lying about Hurricane Katrina, as we saw, and making it his goal to have someone quit, which explains Jason's socks.
Somebody's quitting. I promise you. My evil plan, To tell you the truth, I control every aspect of my life. I control my family. I control my job. I even control my friends. This is no exception to the rule. I think I'm smarter than the whole cast. I think I'm street smarter than the whole cast, and that's the whole thing. You have to be smart enough to know when to shut up, and you gotta be smart enough to know when to cause problems. People think, well, why would you want to do such vindictive things? Well, you don't want to do vindictive things in their face. That would be stupid.
Russell Hantz is pure evil. It's okay, there are evil people in the world, but man, that guy is diabolical. I think he could go a long way in the show. It's scary.
Number 17. I know I talked about this one in the Tocantins Secrets video, but I didn't have any video proof to back it up. Well, I found that video proof, so here we are again. Mike Barassi from this season was supposed to be on Tocantins until he was pulled at the last minute.
They did the med test and my blood pressure was 160/80. Then the next day it was 170/90, which was the same as Franklin Roosevelt when he stroked out, so they were getting a little concerned. I asked if I had a choice in the matter, and they said, not really. And I said, all right. Yesterday the doctor said I got the blood pressure of a 20-year-old. It changed my life. And I guess the personality they liked, so they just brought me back, only new and improved.
Number 18. Schmergen Brawl from this season and Heroes vs. Villains is infamous for many things, though for me, I cannot forget how it basically just injures a lot of players. And yeah, that especially happened this season. So how was this challenge invented?
One of the rules we have is abrasions and scrapes are good, lacerations and contusions are bad. Schmergen Brawl was created by the Grips. A bunch of hardworking guys on the crew were sitting around drinking beer and throwing balls in the waste baskets one day. and it just started developing. It was so cool. Dan Mundy and myself were standing there watching everyone play Schmergen, and we played on our own teams, and with Jeff, and this has got to be a challenge. So we tweaked a couple of things because we had to slow down the pace a little bit and added a brawl element.
Number 19. In a video that Russell Hantz posted on YouTube many years after he played on Redemption Island, he reflects back to his time when he played Samoa and Heroes vs. Villains and says, yeah, actually, he knew going into the reunion of Samoa that he lost because someone had told him. Now, I can't tell if the person told him after he played in Samoa, but before he played Heroes vs. Villains, but based on how he played and acted in Heroes vs. Villains, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't told till after that season.
When I left the island, I thought I won. I thought for sure I won the show. When I got home, I went to my mom's house. Shambo got a hold of me about 3 weeks after I got home. Now, I thought I won the whole time. We talked for a little while, and then she said, "Do you know you didn't win, right?" And I'm like, I could not believe it at first. My heart dropped to my stomach. I was like, what are you talking about? No way, she's messing with me. You messing with me. She's like, I'm serious, you didn't win. And I thought she was messing with me for a couple of days afterwards. So going into the finale night, I knew I didn't win, but for some reason I thought maybe everybody's messing with me. But you seen the outcome. You see me right there, I already know that I just have a terrible feeling.
Number 20. It is that time again. Jeff Probst assesses the cast and guesses how some players will do. Now, we already saw what he said about Laura earlier, but let's rapid fire some more interesting guesses from our newly crowned executive producer overlord.
Russell Hantz is the closest thing to evil we've ever had on Survivor. Russell has either forgotten or is unaware that this is a social game. He may get second, he damn sure ain't gonna win. John Fincher is a poser. I think Fincher has been a guy that is so good looking for so many years. He's been given things. I really like Jason. I liked him the second he walked into casting. I don't think Jason's going to become an early target. There's no reason. You let him stay in the game this long, you fool. I would love to give that check to Jason.
Number 21. When Natalie White won the million, what was her plans? Was she going to buy a new car? Or possibly an extravagant luxury yacht? Or was she going to Disneyland? Well,
there's definitely three things that I've been saying. Vacation, for sure, vacation. I want to take my boyfriend on a really nice vacation. I plan on tithing 10%, and then I want to save the majority of it.
Number 22. As we all saw during the Samoa reunion episode, Russell is so torn apart by not winning this season that he offers Natalie some money for the title of sole survivor. She wisely refuses, and here's what she thinks about this the same night that it happened.
It's crazy, it's priceless. I'm not going to sell it. You have to get the majority of the jury votes to win the title. That's the way the game is played. I'm not going to give it up. I'm not selling it out. I just want $1 million. I don't care about 10 grand. Are you serious? What?
I know.
That's for Russell, right? I know.
Number 23. When Kelly gets voted out due to Russell's idol play, her emotions here are raw, and you can see the bitterness of the jury beginning because we didn't really see it start with Eric. It really begins with Kelly.
I don't feel like I deserve to go home at all. I feel like I was playing the game really well and I was playing genuine. And it's just a shame that like a sneaky little rat like Russell would feel the need to get rid of the genuine players, and he doesn't deserve to be there.
Number 24. But jury bitterness aside, Eric has the hots for Kelly, and in multiple Ponderosa videos, he tries to get with her, but she ain't having none of it.
Kelly's looking hotter and hotter as the days go by here. And while I was in game, no attraction, no interest, no libido, nothing, just focus. But as I slowly break away from the game, I'm starting to wonder. Kelly and I are kind of proud to be the king and queen of Ponderosa.
It's nice to be able to interact with Eric on a level outside of the game.
I don't know, she's a cool chick. I mean, come on. It's lonely out here in Samoa. It's just me and her, and it's kind of going to be our last night tonight without any other jury members. So maybe a good glass of red, put on some tunes, and see what happens.
My room's the honeymoon suite. I have 2 queen beds in my room if you want to stay in there with me.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously, there's 2 big beds.
Number 25. Eric failed to attract Kelly. Sure, but that won't stop him as he is a man with a thirst. but also is unable to quench it as he is on Ponderosa with multiple women and is just getting more desperate as time goes on.
Deserted island. I'm the only man around. But Lo's got an awesome husband. Kelly, on the other hand, I don't know. You've seen the Ponderosa last few days. But regardless of that, it's 2 hot chicks laying out. It's hard being me. Dude, you could have sex in one place in Samoa. It could be right there. Can you imagine how hot that would be?
Number 26. This season's Tribal Council has so many memorable events happen in it that I almost didn't pay attention to the beautiful set itself. So as we do anytime we can, let's take a look at what went into making this season's Tribal Council.
Let's take a little tour. First thing you need to know is Tribal Council for Samoa is based on the Samoan meeting place for the chiefs, the Fale. All of our posts were carved by a local art school. And if you look down a little further, we have the mats that make up the flooring. The mats were made by the wives of the laborers who helped build Tribal Council. You getting the theme here? Community. 6,000 pieces of thatch to put up on the roof, 25 tons of rock, and attached to one of the rocks is actually the femur of a human being who must have been voted out in their own community ritual. And of course, lots of drums. Now you see why I host.
Number 27. Have you ever thought to yourself, Ben, he's just like Ozzy? Yeah, I've never thought that either. I didn't even think I would bring up Ben twice in this video, let alone compare him to Cook Islands era Ozzy, yet here we are in a secret scene where it's kind of impossible not to.
What the hell is that?
It's a bird.
It's still alive. How did you? Oh, I don't want to see you kill it.
Wait, is that a duck?
I don't know what the hell it is, but it looks like pretty tasty.
I don't want to see you kill it, Ben.
All right, well, I'm just gonna chop his head off first. That looks like a pretty tasty meal.
Got a bird.
Alive, too. I think the girls would probably give up if I wasn't around, just because they're not gonna eat as well. As far as the camp goes, I'm the camp leader. Mick's the leader for challenges. He was elected, but when it comes down to it, I'm the only one that knows what I'm doing in the woods.
Ben caught a bird today, and that's like why he should stay, I guess, is what he's thinking. And at the end of the day, if we don't win immunity, we're all going home anyway. So thanks for your bird, Ben, but I didn't want to eat it. Nobody else really ate it. He ate the entire thing himself. He didn't really let anybody have any of it. So what good is your bird catching skills if none of us get to eat the bird?
Number 28. Yasmin is smart. Please do not question this statement of fact. No animal, especially not a crab, can put one over on her.
I consider myself very intelligent. Nobody's smarter than me. I'm the type of girl that will run circles around somebody, intellectually, for sure.
You see those feelers? As long as they don't touch you, they'll keep coming out, and then you just grab them, right? So as soon as they're there, you're gonna win against that crab. You're gonna win that one.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting. This dude is like coming out and then going right back in. Chester! Ah! I realized today the crabs are smarter than me, and it's okay. Dude, I waited an hour, and guess what? I never got the crab out. He outsmarted me. He never came out.
Number 29. In a secret scene I am genuinely surprised didn't make the final cut of the show, we see Russell Swan, before the reward challenge, talk about how bad it is at camp and how he isn't in that great of shape right now.
Being a leader in this game, my head is spinning with decisions. Who's gonna be sent to forward? Who's gonna be in the next challenge? Who did I sit last time? Is the fire still going? Did I get any fish today? And I feel like I'm 80. And we haven't been eating all that well, so yeah, I just feel like my body is just like, okay, quarter of a slice of papaya all day.
Yeah.
But I walked 4 miles, maybe even longer than that, collecting firewood.
Yeah.
To start a fire that went out twice. I just, hope at the end of the day, my body doesn't fail me.
Number 30. In this secret scene from the episode where Laura is voted out, Russell asks her, hey, you're gonna vote me out next, could you just let me know? And she basically says, yeah, you're going next. And then a discussion on how to play the game comes up with a clear sign that these two are at odds.
I mean, I would anticipate you're the next.
Okay, well,
but I have no idea. I haven't talked to anybody.
that's why I'm coming to you now.
Well, you're the one on the tribe that lied to all of us.
Right.
That's the huge thing.
That played the game the hardest.
I played the game hard. I didn't lie to you.
Did you lie to Eric? Think blindsided is not lying?
I told him right up front. No, I didn't tell him he was going to go home. I never told him he was going to go home. He never asked me. There's a difference between a strategy and a lie.
Strategies or lies in this game.
No, they're not. I have a different strategy. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna, I
Well,
back
I
it
don't
with
wanna
lies.
forbid.
I owe Russell nothing. Absolutely nothing. I owe Russell my vote to get him off the island is what I owe Russell.
Number 31. Have you ever had a talk with someone where you just had a simple disagreement and then they cry and hug you? Oh, no? Just Dave then, huh?
I think you're adding you think that fire really needs more wood right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I wanna go to bed, you know. Yeah, I don't wanna have to go through this drill every single time.
Shambo.
Yeah, Dave.
We communicate with our tone as well as our words. All right? I don't know about you, I'm tired of it. Okay? Here we go. That's the stuff. Come on over here. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to. And she started crying. I don't want you mad at me. I don't care how she feels. She's crazy and insecure, and I want her gone.
Number 32. When Foa gets the advantage over Galoo, oh boy, times have changed around the camp. As in this secret scene, we see how Foa is enjoying living the high life when eating food around the Galoo people that they're just not sharing it with.
Foa is eating a lot of food. They sat there enjoying these huge crabs and didn't offer any to anyone. They are like fleas, but it just won't go away, and they're just swarming around like flies.
With 7 days to go, people are getting really selfish.
Is coconut
Gonna be enough to keep me alive?
Number 33. I love this next secret scene. I don't think it makes the cut because Shambo still does vote for Russell, but this kind of slip up is representative of the slip ups Russell made in the late game of Samoa.
So I was on the jury with Brett.
Yeah.
Who do you think would possibly vote for me?
I know that Dave would vote for you, and
Natalie would vote for me. Mick would vote for me.
all right, Jason would vote for you.
Yeah, but that's one of the, that's one of the three. It can't be all of them. They ain't all gonna be on the jury.
They most certainly are,
How? Oh yeah, if.
unless you're cheating on me.
No. Yeah.
Are you cheating on me?
I'll cheat on you when I get out of here.
You're saying you're taking one of them, not me.
No, I see what you're saying. I wasn't thinking. Brett's gonna,
Maybe you were thinking.
If Brett wasn't.
Aha.
I said I made a mistake, Shambo.
It's all good, baby. I got you.
Whatever.
Don't be getting all huffy.
You're the one getting huffy. What are you talking about?
Oh, for the love of Christ, shut the hell up.
Number 34. Now in this next secret scene, we see the perfect encapsulation of Natalie keeping her hands clean. As I said before, any secret scene with Natalie should have been in the regular episodes.
For some reason I'm getting a little nervous about tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we're all on the same page with Mick, right?
The plan was the same this morning, right, when we left?
Yeah, Mick, if Brett wins.
Double check with Russell. Have you talked to him?
Russell, myself, and Mick are all voting for Jason. As far as I know, Jason is voting for Mick and thinks that everybody's voting for Mick. So I did not want to have to face Jason at this point in time. But unfortunately, I got stuck. So it was uncomfortable. It was awkward. I kept trying to tell him, go talk to Russell, go talk to Russell. I didn't want to have to lie to him.
Number 35. Now I know we looked at Eric earlier in this video when he's lusting for any woman he can, but before Kelly shows up and flips a switch in his brain, here's how he predicts the game will go for Glue when he is voted out.
Who cares for that stupid blue buff? Look at this is the purple necklace. This was Galoo. Russell and I built Galoo. Russell and I are the reason they're in that dominant position 8-4. Those little bastards from Foa probably just sitting there being like, can't believe it worked, but it did. We're alive. And they got rid of their strongest member of the Galoo tribe. Would not be surprised if this whole thing comes crashing down. It could ruin the Galoo tribe. But you know what? That's not my tribe anymore. I'm not cheering for Foa. I'm not cheering for anybody. The biggest thing that I think that they're gonna miss about me is the fact that they have probably unknowingly opened the floodgates to all hell breaking loose on that tribe.
Number 36. Here's an interesting juxtaposition. When Laura is voted out, there's only kindness and understanding about voting each other out. Everyone at Ponderosa is like, yeah, there's no need to jump down each other's throats. It's just a game. However, when John is voted off next,
The mood is just not fun.
Why eliminate me? I was loyal to Galoo the whole time.
Because it doesn't matter how loyal you are. It's not about loyalty.
What threat was I?
The numbers were such that they were so lopsided that you had the potential.
Wait, what? How were the numbers? How were the numbers lopsided?
It was 8-4.
Okay, so why not get rid of the 4? Why get rid of me?
Because people won't get rid of the 4 if they're not happy with their position in the game.
You were the reason that I went home.
Well, I was the reason.
That's just what I want to make clear.
That's fine, but I disagree with that. Coming back and talking to Laura, it's like, she still thinks that I sent her home. And it's like, these people are so, you'd like to think people would get over it, cope with this. Life goes on.
Number 37. Speaking of juxtapositions, this season's DVD comes with the raw voting confessionals from every single episode, which means we can see exactly what Natalie and Russell's thoughts are as they vote off each player. This one may hurt to watch for any of you Natalie fans out there.
I'm the one that got the ball rolling to get you out of here. If you play with fire, you'll get burned.
I'm voting for Marissa, and I really, really hate this. And it was for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it was the majority, and also I did tell Mike today I would not vote for him.
You should have took my invitation while you could, but you didn't. That's why you're going home tonight. Bye-bye.
Betsy, I'm voting for you. No hard feelings. It was the majority.
I didn't want to have to do this, man, but I have no choice now. See you in Hollywood.
I am voting for Ben because this is what my alliance wants.
You're lazy. You can't think for yourself. You can't do for yourself. And that's why you gotta go home. And it's because of me you're going home. I'm out here playing for $1 million. Never trust me.
Ashley, I'm voting for you because this is what my core alliance went with, but this is the hardest vote I think I'll make in the entire game.
You're the weakest link when it comes to trust. That's why I gotta get rid of you. If the merge happens, I know you'll flip-flop.
Liz, I'm voting for you because this was what the group decided. Played a great game.
Don't think I don't know what y'all doing. This is the best blindside that never happened.
Eric, I'm voting for you, and I really hope that everybody does what they say they're gonna do.
You just got caught up at the wrong place and the wrong time.
Kelly, I'm voting for you because this is Vovo's last hope.
The other day you told me that I may be faster than you, but you're smarter than me. You see, that's why you're going home tonight. You underestimated me.
Laura, I'm voting for you because this is Vovo's only hope, and this is what we came to an agreement on with Sham. You played an awesome game. Sorry, girl.
You're a great strategic player. I could be the only strategic player left, so that's why I have to let you go.
John, I'm voting for you because you're a very strategic player and you're a huge threat to Foa. So, good game.
You were running around, threatening to get me out of the game. That was your biggest mistake in the game. Now I gotta get rid of you.
Dave, I'm voting for you. Sorry, you're hilarious, but this was the majority and you are a strategic threat. So, good game.
If you tell me that you're not gonna write my name down for the $1 million if I put you on the jury, that's just gonna only make me want to vote you out even more. Stupid little girl. Bad strategy. Happy birthday.
Monica, happy early birthday. But I'm voting for you because you created all kinds of drama today. Hats off to you for trying. But yeah, we can't have that again. So sorry. Happy early birthday again.
I gotta get rid of you today because we gotta keep the team strong. And you are the weakest link.
Shambo, I'm voting for you for 2 reasons. First and foremost, we have to get rid of Brett and Mick and Jason. I think a better chance of beating Brett, and also, hey, I'm loyal to Jason, Mick, and Russell. First and foremost, great game, girl.
I hate that I have to do this, but man, I gotta keep to my strategic play, and I think this is the best move for me to win the game. So I had to do it. Bye.
Jason, this has by far been the hardest vote to date. Sorry, but I'm voting for you because it was was just last minute scrambling, and we just felt that Meg would have a better shot at beating Brett at the next immunity.
Hey man, you played a great game. If I wasn't here, you probably would have won it all. But I had to stop you. You know, I'm looking forward to getting together with you and doing some great things outside of this game. Good luck, man.
Brett, I'm voting for you because foa till the end, and we have no shot at beating you at the final. So, good luck.
So which secret surprised you the most? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. See you all next time.